everybody. So last week we talked about getting a blues sound out of the virtual amp. Today we're going to look at the AB microphone setup for the when you're doing when you do the two speaker amplifiers or cabinets, however you want to put it. So now this is more of a way that engineers do record, where they'll do it two different ways. They have two microphones, so they have the standard SM57. They have another condenser, not this one. This is an AKG C430. This is a drum overhead, but I'm just using this because generally this is what they do. They'll put, there's two ways, like I said, there's two ways they do it. So they'll have the SM57 direct on, and then at a 45-degree angle, they will put the other microphone. Now the reason they do that is because it gives you two different sounds, and then you blend them together. Now, in the case of like you can actually buy clips that will allow you to have one mic stand and then clip the mics together, because sitting there with two mic stands trying to do this, it's hard. The other way is they have one mic on the one speaker, the other mic on the other speaker. Now I'm assuming, let's just go over to our thing here. I am assuming that is what they're talking about here, where you have one mic on one speaker, one mic on the other. And what we're going to do is I've already done the heavy lifting on this. But what I did was I recorded a track with, I have the clean track. I then recorded the clean track using the effect on the next track, and then doing the same on the next track, and switching from A to B. So I did it with a 2x12. So what you're seeing here, this is exactly what I used. I just went first track is this, second one is this. Now I will say this is a little more it's more involved. It's not hard. It's more involved than the previous stuff that I've shown. What I've done is, so I will show you on the mixer. Let's go to the mixer. On the mixer. So track 4, as you can see, I have the preamp going all the way in. Track 4, I will play for you. I have my headphones here because once again, I don't care for the sound coming out of my little speakers. I would rather hear it out of this. So track 4 is the clean sound, which I'm not hearing anything of. Okay, I fixed the problem there. Something with my connection with the headphones. I was getting a muddy sound. So track 4, which is the clean channel. All right. So now, what I did with that one is I recorded the clean channel. So that's the single guitar track. You're going to need 3 tracks to do this, no matter how you do this. Track 5, I have. Let's go back to the mixer. I have put on, and I'll show you that too. I have the guitar amp set to A, so it would be there. It would be like that. Now I'm not using. I don't have it on. But what I did was when I reamped it in, I put on the mixer, and then I inserted the effect to record the guitar track when I was doing the recording. So it sounds like this. And I'll pan it over for you. Okay, so that's track 5. That's A. So I did the same thing with track 6. And now I have this one on the right already, so we'll listen to it. So now I play both. We'll play 5 and 6, just so I can hear it. So that's both of them played on either side at the moment. So on the left would be track 5, on the right is 6. So now we're going to bring them both up, and we will listen to them. Whoops. And we will listen to them together, and I will blend them. And I'm not doing any other EQing yet. All right. I thought I'd move it over so you could actually see what I was doing there. So I was blending it together. So that is how I have it. Now what I would do, now if I was going to use this track, I would then, now I have two options. Because I have on 3 and 4, I just happen to have the other guitar track, the other side. So now if I go on the mixer here, let's go back up to this, go up to mixer, let's see, so we will pan this one as I have it set here all the way to the right, because 2 is already set to the left and 3 is already set to the left. So I'm going to set them up the same. Now, like I said, this is the same thing. I did the same thing. I recorded the 2 tracks with the amp, and I'm blending it together now, and I pretty much put it in the same spot. So let's see. Let's give it a listen. It's track 2, yes. Okay. So we'll try to match it. So 3.5. Generally, I wouldn't try to match it because it's 2 different guitars, but in this case, 1.3. So let's see, 1.3. Is it plus or minus 1.3? It's minus. Okay. Bring it down 1.3. Oh, close enough. All right. So now, as you can see, we have, this one was pre, that's 4. So now, let's listen to both together. And I start from the beginning. Okay. Now the option is after this you can do, I now have it set the way that I would record it. I'm gonna put my quotes on that because I've just been playing with it. Then I would record it. I would either bounce it to a stereo track with the guitar on the one side, the one guitar on the one side, the other guitar on the other side, and then that would be my track, or I could just bounce them to a single track, like to track 7 and 8, and then I would blend it onto 7 and 8 using the bounce method, and that would get me what I need. So that is another way you can do this if you want to do the A/B mic thing. Now, like I said, it is a little more work because you're going to have to record you're recording your clean track, your clean guitar track, then you're going to reamp over onto, with a virtual amp, onto another track, and then so A and then B, and you're going to do both of those that way. And the other thing is, you can also, if you want, you can mix and match amps doing this as well. If you really want to, you can sit there and say, well, I want to try the 10-inch speaker, I want to try the 12-inch speaker, put them together, see how that works out, or what other ones are on here. This is always fun. Let's go take a quick look. So what other ones are on here? So yeah, you could say I want the 8-inch speaker. What would the 8-inch and the 12-inch sound like together? What would two 10 inches sound like? You know, what would two 12 inches sound like? How, you know, because you have this ability, you can mix and match all you want, and you might come out with some great sound that nobody's ever heard before. And honestly, that's the goal, to come up with something great that other people go, wow, that's awesome, and you get noticed that way. So once again, this is another way to sit down and try out what you've got already on the system. I think the next video I'm going to try attaching an actual distortion pedal to the system. I have a couple, so we'll try my Bad Monkey. That one's always fun. I have the Fab distortion here. I have a couple. I got a Pastrami Overdrive. You know, we'll fiddle with it. This one's broken. My hash browns, I broke the knob. The one knob popped off. I was sad. I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that. But yeah, we'll give it a shot and see what happens. Once again, thank you for watching the video, and like and subscribe. I will talk to you later. Bye.
I remember when I was a kid, playing checkers with my granddad. He'd tell stories about his life, played them up too at some spots. Ever tell you was the way it would start? He'd look around and he'd talk from